back at it in Baton Rouge for a special session to tackle crime, discussing key bills that could change how the criminal justice system moves forward in the state of Louisiana.
WDSU is bringing you live team coverage. We begin with reporter Eli Brand in Baton Rouge with what bills are moving forward in Senate committees today. Eli.
Well, still a lot of movement going on right now as we speak in those Senate committees. There's one definitely of note that's still being considered and has not gotten its vote yet, but there are a lot of key bills that have been passed forward as we speak right now. One of those is the Truth and Transparency Bill. That is the bill that would reveal some of the records of juveniles accused of violent crime. If that moved forward, it was approved by its committee by a count of 4-3, and now it moves on to the full House. A couple more bills that were approved would be increased penalties for carjacking. Another one would be the amount of time people have to serve in jail before they could be available to be up for parole. Now, that other bill still being considered right now in its Judicial Committee is the execution bill that would add nitrogen gas and the electric chair to the methods that the state could eventually use for executions to carry out those sentences. All of the bills that I just mentioned have passed in the full House. If they get full passage in the Senate, they will be sent over to Governor Landry's desk to be signed over into law. I spoke to Senate President Cameron Henry. He said he expects this process in the Senate to move quickly, and he says we should see full Senate votes on all of these bills this Wednesday and Thursday.
We'll have 2 days of committee hearing. We're only dealing with, on the Senate side right now, maybe 20 bills at best, not even that many. So there's more than enough time in committee for members to hear from the public. There's more than enough time for the public to hear from members. And that's kind of why we carved this out. The governor wanted to do this a special session.
The Senate president added that he expects this entire session to be finished this week, well ahead of the deadline that they have of March the 6th. Reporting live in Baton Rouge, Eli Brand, WDSU News.
A highly